Jason, data security has been a subject that I feel we've been distracted by other security concerns that are all valid, but when you get right down to it, ultimately what we're protecting here is data. Why have we struggled with this for so darn long? And I think, though, we're at a turning point thanks to AI because of this.
Because of new tech and because of the importance of data and that rising, driven by AI, but also a number of other factors. Data is the lifeblood of every company now. If you're going to thrive, it's not just about the physical things you create. It has to be enabled through technology to be global and to reach the world. And so I think the security teams are realizing that it's information security. I know we say cybersecurity, but it really is information security.
This whole info security versus cybersecurity is a hot debate.
The majority of our job, the majority of what the bad guys are trying to get is the data. And that is the least mature thing today in cybersecurity.
I think we are at a turning point right now with data security in that for so long we felt it was so unmanageable, but now it can actually be managed.
AI and cloud and the power that of what you can do with the two, right? You don't have to have all the compute that you need to discover and really the compute to classify. You don't need to do that on-prem would take a lot of racks of servers. And so because of cloud, you have the power of being able to connect, whether it's on-prem or everything in the cloud. Data has become more accessible because of APIs. And then you add just the capabilities of AI to classify information. Those three things together is making this an impossible problem very possible to solve now. And not just difficult, it's making it a lot easier.
You have a 100-page document. What is this 100-page document? What is this database of numbers? You could just ask and it will give you that kind of information. You could say, classify it for me too.
It's game changing, right? And that wasn't possible 2-3 years ago. Like not even a chance. So this has unlocked this insane, again, impossible thing for data. Know thyself and know thy enemy. We've never really known ourselves, and that's the asset we're trying to protect. And this is the first time we can. And so you start with discover, you classify. Now we know how important it is. We can complete the risk equation.
Walk me through that domino effect. What are we now able to do?
You're now able to find the data everywhere. Right? Understand how important that data is, which has been the missing link, the value of the data, then who has access to it, how much access, what regulatory aspects matter, and then how is it protected? Is that file encrypted or not? What's the posture of that environment? Where else does that data sit? Now, is that data flowing? Now I'm looking at the control factors of DLP. You start doing kind of the zero trust access analysis. And then after that, it is, should I respond? How do I respond? How do I automate that response? And then in the end, you also want to be destroying data. We're data hoarders. We hoard way too much data. And we should also be destroying it if it hasn't been touched for X amount of years. Or we know that there's 28 copies of this in 28 different locations. And again, it hasn't been touched in 2 years. We should be destroying it. So it's that full data lifecycle that we've never been able to do.
Once you have that, then there's this confidence of being able to control your environment.
It's like all of a sudden you're able to connect all of your signals and all of your senses to one brain. It's like the brain, let's call it the data risk platform. There's this one thing of, I know where all my data is and how that risk state changes in real time. That's never existed before.
You want to have that confidence yourself? Well, why don't you check out what Cyera is doing? Go to their website. It's right there, cyera.io.